Hello everyone, welcome to STH English. We know that wars are a costly business. They cost us human beings, they cost us material losses, they cost us bloodletting, tragedy, hangovers, and very bad memories. But they also produce some fairly memorable, I would say, somber but funny scenes. The funny scene about Iran-Israel conflict does not relate to the Iran-Israel conflict. It's not even a conflict, it's actually a well-planned aggression against Iran. This actually comes from New Delhi. India seems to be really squirming and twisting and turning in agonies as Pakistan marches on the road of diplomacy and takes the front seat in terms of attempting to resolve this issue. Pakistan, from India's point of view, is the enemy number one. Pakistan, from Narendra Modi's point of view, is a country that he really wanted to use as a doormat and walk all over it. Pakistan initially won great laurels and stole Modi's thunder by giving India a bloody nose in the recent conflict. But that was not bad enough. And then came the Israel attack on Iran and the real tragedy for the region, but comedy for the Indians started, a comedy that they would hate to laugh at because this makes them the centerpiece of the comical characters. So in this war, whatever little isolation they wanted to impose on Pakistan, on the assumption that the world really moves according to their wishes, was cast on the wayside as Pakistan's armed forces head, no less, not a civilian leader, Pakistan's armed forces head, General Asim Munir, went right into the Oval Office and had a long meeting with Donald Trump. The contrast between what Field Marshal Asim Munir was doing and what Narendra Modi was doing, I've already spoken about it, looks like a tale of really two cities. One is located on the Lala land, which is the Modi land, and the other is located in the heartland of hardcore global politics. That's where General Asim Munir is. But the next level is that now they've started to think that their entire strategy to isolate Pakistan, to squeeze it out of global attention, to make it look like the pariah state and demean it to the point of becoming even lower than North Korea has all collapsed all around the ears. So the complaint now to the world essentially, but read Washington, is number one, why did you give him a seat at the high table? Two, why did you not tell this person from Pakistan that he's involved in crimes against humanity? Why did you not take the Indian line of suggesting that India actually showed its military superiority and that Pakistan had to listen to Washington rather the other way around? Why did you ask him so publicly and praise him so publicly that he's a great guy? Why did you, General, CENTCOM General, have to praise him in such flowery terms? He didn't really praise him. He was talking about Pakistan's remarkable role in countering terrorism. But the Indians, tend to personalize everything. So everything that happens positively for Pakistan now is confined to General Asim Munir's persona. So why didn't you do all of this? And when, of course, they don't get an answer from the White House because White House is not answerable to them. In fact, the Indians are also discovering, and that creates another layer of tragedy for them, but comedy from our point of view, that they thought that the world really revolves around their pinky, their little finger. And they discovered that you can't even move an inch, even on the road that they thought had been paved for them, that is the road that would lead to the eventual isolation of Pakistan. There's no progress there. In fact, if anything, there's regression there. So White House didn't listen to them. Pakistan, of course, is really very happy to have this limelight on them and a positive limelight for a change. And the Indians are now shouting their anger in thin air. But some of this anger is directed at Modi, who's lampooned in the Indian media. He was a guy who spoke in a bombastic way, such lofty language of an Indian civilization, of greater India, of dominating the Indian Ocean, of combating and rolling back the Chinese influence, of creating a hegemony in South Asia and reabsorbing Pakistan. He looks like a guy who is trying to play out his childhood's unmet ambitions of becoming an immature photographer and moving around with cameras and trying to somehow grab attention, and he's not cutting it. There are people who could do these things, like Vladimir Putin. If he were to ride a horse or do some judo exhibition matches, he would grab attention. Not Modi. Modi is not cut out for any of the softer side of life stuff. He's cut out to only speak bombastic language and speak as if he knows everything. And now they're discovering that he didn't even know which way White House was swinging, which way Pakistan was going, and which way his own government's reputation and diplomatic standing was going. Washington and Islamabad seem to be going upwards, and Modi's Delhi seems to be going downwards. And the scene that it is producing, some of them are really hilarious.